All right, we're talking Mid-Valley Track and Field. Nick Kazinetz with us once again. And we've been doing this for a little bit, but you've had success year in and year out. And just, it's nice to see the boys win the title. You have some talented young ladies there at Mid-Valley. And I was saying the other day, there's something in the water that Dunmore had a good season. Holy Cross had something. Mid-Valley, I mean, obviously there's talent across, the Wyoming Valley and the Lackawanna conferences. But congratulations again on winning that district title for the boys.
I appreciate that. The boys, this is their third championship in a row for the Lackawanna as sophomores, and their third district title in a row too. So hats off to them. I think they have a 30-meet winning streak right now. And our girls program, great program. We're kind of successful across the board, boys and girls, varsity and junior high, and a lot of that's credited to my assistant coaches. They do a great job.
Let's start with the guys and take us through, the sprinters and the distance people, the field people. Take us through all that talent. And every point matters.
It really, for districts, 100% it mattered. Hats off to Dunmore. They gave us a run for our money. And the boys from Lake Lehman, even at the end of the 4x4, and there's about 10 points separating first, second, and third place. And what our guys, though, they came through in the end. They think they had that confidence factor being there before. I can't say enough about Jacob Lesher. I asked him to do a couple of things that he wouldn't normally do because I knew we needed the points. Mason Vidansky's a dynamite sprinter. He got a little banged up this year, a hamstring at the end of the season, so I had to take Jacob out of the 4x1, put him in the 200 because we couldn't afford to lose points there. We did a great job in the distance. I'll tell you, the distance team really this year won a lot of meets for us. Jacob Pirelli did a great job. He's a freshman. And Matthew Rapecki's kind of like, his underscore, teaching him, showing him the ropes. And Matthew did a great job, too, there. And 400-wise, Jacob did a nice job in that. 300 hurdles, 110 hurdles. The Gouleas boy really came a long way. And he said in the 110s, unfortunately for him this year, he got a little tripped up on a hurdle. And then he get a chance to finish the race. But across the board, boys very strong. I can't forget about the field. My goodness, Nick Jackson did a great job, and Gavin was district champion in the javelin, and Jacob was district champion in the high jump. So we had a lot of nice kids do a lot of great things, and that's what we scored across the board. Really, every point mattered. And for a while there, I was nervous, and we pulled it out in the end.
You see good coaches year after year, and you got to consider yourself now as one of those people that you're making an impact, but you got to be well balanced, as you said, and you got to find little niches like, okay, I think we might be able to grab a point. Well, I have a guy that, I don't know, I'm going to try him in this event. And you got to almost be like a little bit of a scientist.
Well, Jacob Lesher called me a genius, and I got mad at him. So I said for the interview, I said, tell Mr. Fawcett how you stepped up in here and stuff like that. And he said, I did a good thing. So I digress because, the kids really came along as a team. And track is 18 mini games. And if you're doing boys and girls, it's 36 mini games with all the events that you're coaching. So, it's tough. You got to keep an eye on your opponent. And some of the guys don't make it easy for me. Mike DeSando, Coach Higley, Art Davis at Holy Cross, and, Justin Collins from Western Wayne. These guys do a great job in AA. And hats off to the teams from Wyoming Valley Conference, too. But got to keep your eyes open and just trust your kids and, say, hey, the marks will kind of be the same, where the kids kind of have to be in the events.
But trusting the kids, and, I say it seems like every year I talk to a Mid-Valley coach, and I'm like, boy, that the facilities and the support from the administration and the community, you just seen it over the last X amount of years now. It just keeps building and building. It ain't going away.
I appreciate that. Hats off to administration for all the work they did with the facilities and the school board and the community. They really rally around us, and that's why our program across the board, boys, girls, varsity, junior high, very successful. The community always supports us, and we appreciate it. It's got a good vibe in the school. And I know our kids work very, very hard, too, and they see themselves progress. I know our better athletes are here today, but I'm just as happy for the kid who came in running a 12 in the 100. Now they're down 10, 11, 4. I'm just as proud as them, for what they do.
And I've kind of been beating that drum. I've been giving the credit to that part, the administration and the teachers, the community, all that. But bottom line, the coaches. Bottom line is it does come down to the kids, their buy-in, their work ethic. And you got great kids who come from good families there at Mid-Valley.
Yeah, that makes it easy. And when you have great coaches and great kids, it makes it easy. And we had a couple of volunteer coaches step up this year and help out. And their expertise and their help really, I think, brought it all together because it's not easy to do by yourself.
And it's not easy going on that big stage at Shippensburg and performing, but hey, get that opportunity, and hey, wherever the chips fall, they fall. But we earned this right to be on the biggest stage.
We are ready to go, and there's some of them are seated very well, and you never know. You could come in as a low seed and finish strong at the end, because you know you're competing against everybody else. So it's what you want to do with it.
Coach, always good to catch up with you.
You too.
Congratulations.
Thank you, John. Have a great day.